program is part of the Scene Project's podcast network. The Scene Project features interviews with independent musicians, comedians, and artists from across the Midwest. Become part of our community and support local art wherever you are. Welcome into another exciting episode of The Scene. I am your host, Bubba Startz, and with me today is UK recording artist, MINA. MINA, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's absolutely my pleasure. We featured one of your songs on our other show, Unsigned Spotlight, recently with AJ Waller, and absolutely loved it. But before we get into the music and your budding recording career, I'd like to know a little bit about you. So give us a little bit of your backstory.
So I'm Mina. I'm from the UK. I'm actually half Asian, so I'm British, Thai, and Filipino. And I personally just like to write from personal experiences. I like to sort of all my feelings put into my music. So for me, music's very personal, and I hope to share that with everyone else.
And that, for me, I'm a songwriter as well. Same thing. I know a lot of people. I live here in the Midwest in the United States, and we have a lot of people that inside of our group that are from, not from Nashville, but work in Nashville. And
Yeah.
a lot of them are, writing songs that they want to connect with an audience that, sometimes there'll be a personal, effect to that. But for me, all of my songs are just bleeding heart, right? Like it's just me pouring out my emotions onto a page or telling a story right out of the book of my life. So I really, I feel you in that aspect.
Thank you.
So being, are you multilinguistic as well?
A little bit. I mean, when I was younger, I could speak a lot more Thai and Tagalog. I feel like I understand a lot more than I can speak because I think being in the UK, in a predominantly white area, I sort of didn't really need to use my other languages, but it is very useful when I need it. And I think that's probably had a big role in my music too, because it's exposed me to other cultures and more ideas. So.
Yeah, and I guess musically, I know you said your dad is English, but mother is Thai. Does she listen to a different kind of music and like I don't know even know what like traditional Thai music would be?
Well, my mum's more Filipino than Thai.
Okay.
So I think Filipinos are very well known for their music. So I think she sort of had a lot of influence on me when it came to music. Like they love their guitar, they love singing, they do love a ballad. So I think growing up I sung a lot of ballads and that definitely influenced me. And then with the Thai side, I feel like I don't really listen to as much Thai music, but it's definitely very unique. And I think some of the sounds I pick up is very interesting and sort of I go, oh, I quite like that beat and I quite like that unusualness. Um, so that is, yeah, very different. But I would say that from the Filipino side, it's very American and ballady and, your sort of Whitney Houston's, Christina Aguilera's.
A lot of Western influence on the
Yeah,
Filipino side still.
100%.
Where the Thai side may be. So what is Thai music like? I'm intrigued because I've only really been exposed to Western music, and even when I traveled in Mexico and being down there for a year, a lot of that was mostly like banda music and very bombastic, but then also like pop music, right? They love their big pop songs.
It's very unique. It's so hard to describe, but it is very sort of when it's slow, it's quite danceable because a lot of their music goes with traditional sort of Thai dancing. I mean, you do get your more sort of K-pop influences, you get your sort of Western influences, but it is just a very, very unusual style. I think there's a lot of I mean, I don't know what the instruments are, but definitely some very unknown instruments. There's some strings, but it's not guitar. It is how you imagine sort of like, when you picture Southeast Asian instruments, it's those type of sounds. Like you have like not like almost like a glockenspiel, I think they're called, but
Yep.
it's not a glockenspiel, it's like their version, and it's just very, very unique. It's incredible to hear because it's so different, but it is very unique.
Well, and do you feel like all of these unique influences that you have are because of that, and because you yourself are like this melting pot of cultures, that sets you apart in your sound and your style?
I think so. As I said, I do personally prefer. I mean, I remember going to the studio the other day and I was like, I don't know what style of music I am. Like, yes, I'm more pop and like dance pop, but I was like, I can't quite put my finger on it because I've grown up with so much. Like my dad, he played drums when he was younger and he grew up with like NWA, and he loves sort of Eminem. He loves like American hip hop. So again, I've got a lot of those influences in my music, and I've got sort of like Afrobeat type influences. I've got pop. I've got um little hints in some of my songs. You've got sort of like Asian hints. I mean, I wrote a song and I sort of played the tune to my dad, and my dad was like, "That's very Shakira. It's very like South American, and I can't put my finger on a certain style. I think I just if I like a sound or something from a certain genre, I just try and include it into my music, and I think that's a good thing because it makes me unique.
100%. It's so hard to be different these days, right? Because there's so much out there now, and nobody is just one thing, that it all comes, and it kind of comes full circle back to you talking about writing from personal experiences, right? And
Yeah.
that the music kind of has that flavor to it as well, that your unique human experience comes out
Yeah.
not just in the lyrics, but also in the feel of the music as well. I think that's wonderful. Musical dad, is mom musical as well?
Yes, so my mum, I mean, she's quite shy, but she has always grown up around music. She's an incredible singer, but she would never like I've always gone, "You're a better singer than me," but every time we've gone, "You should enter this competition," she's like, "No, no, no, I can't," because she's quite shy. I think, yeah, I've been quite lucky that I've had very musical parents, not to the point that they want to do it as a career like I do, but just I mean, my mum always gets the karaoke out. Like, anytime I've brought a boy home, they're forced to do karaoke, and sometimes I would never see them again, but it's like, welcome to the family, this is
That's
us.
part of
So,
mom's vetting process for potential suitors, is like, can you sing?
yeah.
Has
Or
she ever
even
turned
if
a
you
boy
can't
away that
sing,
maybe wanted to stay, but he was such a bad singer that she's like, no, you can't hang out with him anymore?
not at all. Like, I've had it where they've left and she's been like, they didn't even try. Like, I don't care if they're a bad singer. If they try, that's what matters. And there's been boys where she's been like, I really like them because even though they were like, I don't think I can do it, they've tried, they've given it a go, they've got involved. And she went, like, you should be with people that, you know, can be themselves and can really sort of embrace your culture and embrace who you are. So,
Your mother sounds like a wonderful woman. I hope I get the chance to meet her someday, and to sing some karaoke with her as well. Because I think it's so important. What she's alluding to there is so incredibly important. And what a great way to vet people in that way, to see, because Carrie, it's so easy. Nobody's good at karaoke, right? Even me, like I can sing, but even karaoke, you tend to be singing songs that you're not familiar with, and to do
exactly.
that, so you have to, even as a good singer, you can potentially, be bad at karaoke.
Exactly. You're there to enjoy it and embrace the moment. You're not there to put on a performance.
Exactly. How fun. Let's talk about the music then. So do you work with a producer that creates the music side of it? Are you producing stuff on your own? What's your process like?
So I started writing songs when I was at school because I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a go with a guitar. And they came out very cringy. And I remember at school, everyone was like, you're like, it's given Taylor Swift. And I was like, okay, that, like, she's successful. I can take that. But it also wasn't a type of sort of music that I wanted to make. Like, I wanted to make pop, but not like that really like cringy bedroom pop. I wanted to sort of make something that, you hear in clubs and you can dance to and is really empowering. And then I spent years sort of thinking, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna get to where I want to. I can't write music. And I remember I even doubted my lyrics because the piano and guitar I was putting it to, it just didn't fit the vibe I wanted. And I think it just made me think I was just a bad songwriter. And then I sort of researched locally studios, and a studio near me, after a lot of research, I found this one place. They do like an artist development program where they sort of help you film some covers, they do videography, they sort of teach you how to become an artist, and they teach you how to do as much possible from home. And I'm really bad with technology. And I went into the studio and I was like, okay, these are some lyrics. This is sort of my influences. This is the sort of music route I want to go down. And there was an amazing producer there, and he literally read my mind. And we sort of were messing around with beats, and that's sort of how I do it. I mean, I will sort of hum, like I'll come up with beats at home and hum them, and I'll take that to the studio and basically go, this is what my idea for this song is. What can you do with this? And then we sort of have a whole creative process together. So I'm very lucky I found that, because otherwise I think I would really struggle because music production is not my strong point.
No, nor is it mine. I'm very grateful that I learned to play guitar at a young age, and I quickly found how to make those things sound good. But there's some songs maybe that I've written or that are in the future for me to write that maybe I won't have that. Maybe they're not
Yeah.
for guitar and maybe they are pop songs and those things. And I've never had a relationship with another human being that took that without me bringing like the majority of
Yeah.
it to someone and being like, because when you write a song on guitar, you kind of, the melody is in there, the
Yeah.
rhythms are already in there. A lot of those things are very fleshed out. But I've never brought a song to someone and been like, I kind of want it to sound like this, and had
Mm.
them be able to kind of capture that and to bring that to fruition. So that's got to be so fun to hear it in your head and then have someone else kind of create that.
It is incredible. Like, as I said, Cam is the producer I work with is called Cam, and he is just incredible. Like, even people I know who have worked with other producers and then worked with him have said he is something else. Like, he can literally listen to any song and play it on guitar or piano. I mean, guitar's his speciality, but it's like my debut song, Gotta Have You. We were like, okay, I wanna play around with maybe doing an acoustic version. And I went, I don't know, like, how you're gonna play it on guitar. He went, no problem, and literally 2 seconds later was playing it on guitar, and I was like, wow, like, he really knows music, and it makes my life easier because I can focus on the lyrics. But it is a teamwork, and he really listens, so he'll have an idea and I'll go, oh, I don't like this, or I do really like this, or and yeah, it is incredible because you kind of, it comes out better than you can ever imagine, because you think at home you've got these lyrics, you know what you want, but you're like, how am I going to get there? And then someone kind of comes out with this and you're like, wow, okay, wow, this is becoming a reality.
Yeah, it's magical, isn't it? I love being in the music industry for that simple fact. The creation
Mm.
industry, I should call it, is more what it is. Shout out the studio that you're working with. And I know you mentioned Cam's name and everybody, but for everyone else out there, I think this artist development program that they have is so
Yeah.
cool. So for other UK artists that are looking to, kind of accelerate their careers as well, go ahead and shout the studio out. We'll give them a little airtime.
It is called Chart House Studios, and it is based in Horndean, which is Portsmouth way. Again, if you're not from the UK, you might not be familiar with Portsmouth, but if you're from the UK, you will be. So yeah, Chart House Studios.
Fantastic. Well, a big shout out to Chart House Studios and this artist development program. Sounds like an absolutely wonderful program. A big part of what we do at the Scene Projects is educating the next generation, yourself being included in that. I'm almost 40 this year, so a lot of my like seeking out the music career, and I still write songs in that, but I have a different role now, and that role is more of a mentor and a shepherd, if you will, of younger talent. So we're always looking for partnerships with incredible places like that. So I'm going to be looking them up and seeing if we can't get Cam to come on the show and do an interview with us as well. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'd be up for it. I mean, as I said, they're incredible. Alex, who runs it, she is a dance singer mainly. I mean, she does all types of genres. She's got an incredible voice, but she has had quite a successful career. I mean, she actually got invited to the Miami Music Awards, but because of work, she couldn't go. So she sent one of the other artists from Chart House. Um, she's had songs played on Love Island. She does stuff in Ibiza. I mean, I think having someone that has had such a successful career mentor me has really helped because obviously she's made contacts and she's so passionate. And as I said, as a studio, I think they would be happy to come and talk to you because they are so passionate about the music and they are so passionate like you about the next generation being successful and getting where they want to.
Fantastic. Well, Mina, I don't want to keep you too long today. So why don't you go ahead and shout out, tell us all where we can find more of your music. If you have a website or any of that stuff, let us know now, and then I'll let you go.
So my social media is so Instagram and TikTok is Mina MIN dot Saker Saker. Um, it's the same on YouTube. You can obviously find my song on all platforms. It's called Gotta Have You, obviously under the name Mina. We have had technical issues with a website, so unfortunately it's not up and running at the moment, but we are working on that.
Good. Well, if you need help with that, we offer some services too, and we're
Thank
always
you.
happy to help other artists out there. Mina, it has been an absolute joy to have you on the show today. The music that you're making is absolutely wonderful. I really enjoyed having it on Unsigned Spotlight, and you keep sending them to us as you got them rolling out there. We want to hear them, and we'll definitely keep supporting you. So thank you for giving me a little bit of your time today, and thank you for being part of the scene.
Thank you for having me.